Today we'll be making a basic sword in Autodesk Maya. For starters, we're going to grab the polygon cube tool from the shelf. We're going to hold X and Shift. X will make it snap to the grid, and Shift will keep it proportional on all sides of the cube. We're going to press 5 to switch to shaded display. Then we're going to right click on the cube and go down to face. We're going to select either side of the cube and extrude out. And we're going to make our thickness 15 units. Then we'll select the bottom of the cube and do essentially the same thing. Except this time we're going to extrude by 30 units. Now we have a basic kind of shape of our hilt and our crossguard here. We're going to switch to edge, and we're going to select all of the side edges along our crossguard and our hilt. Now go up to the modeling toolkit in the upper right and click on the connect button. We are going to not touch any of the options for it, and then just click on the connect button again and it'll finish creating your new edge loop. Then we're going to do the exact same thing, but along these edges. Now we're going to select here, click connect again. This time we're going to slide it over a bit to 0.01. Then we're going to size all of this down significantly. There we go. Now on this side we're going to select these two edges and click on bevel in modeling toolkit. Bring it out just a little bit, we don't need too much. Then we're going to select all three of these vertices. We're going to go up to edit mesh and click on merge to center. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Now we're going to extrude outwards, and we'll extrude by about 160 units. That should be good. Finish the extrusion, then extrude again, and you can extrude from either the modeling toolkit or from the shelf or from the menu or from numerous places. We're going to change the thickness this time to 16. There we go. Then we're going to select these two faces on the very end. We're going to go up and we're going to click on merge to center again. So now we have a very basic kind of sword shape. We just need to kind of touch up it a little bit. For instance, let's take our blade and we're going to want to make it thicker, so we're going to switch to faces, select the entire blade by clicking and dragging around it, and then just scale it up some. Then we're going to select these four faces on the crossguard. Then we're going to control right click no, we're going to convert two vertices. Then we're just going to scale that down some. Then we're going to just select the edges on either side. Remember, if you hold down Shift, then you can select multiple vertices or faces or edges at once. Now we're going to go onto our hilt. Select all of these ones around it. Then Control right click, convert to selection vertices, and then we're just going to bring that in a bit like that. Then we're going to make the end of our hilt smaller than the top of our hilt. And we're going to select pretty much the entirety of the hilt, and we're just going to bring it down a little bit on the y-axis, because hilts aren't perfectly round because the inside of your hand isn't perfectly round. Pull down these a little bit as well. Select this edge loop, pull it out some. Move the hilt up a bit to make our cross guard kind of smaller. Now we do have a very basic kind of sword going on here. There's just one more thing you might want to add, and that would be a pommel or counterweight. So we're going to select all of the faces here, then we're going to hold Shift and right click and click on Extrude Faces. We'll make our thickness, let's go with 8 units. We're going to add 4 divisions. And we'll just keep the offset at its normal default value right now. Then we're going to switch to edge selection, double click to select a whole edge loop. You can press F to focus on whatever you have selected, by the way. Then scale up, select the next one, scale it up some as well. Select this one, scale it up a little bit, select this one, maybe scale it down a bit more. For this back one here, we're going to have to select it by faces. And of course you might notice that our pommel is kind of an odd shape. It's not exactly completely spherical. So we're just going to adjust the scale on that a little bit, get it more round. Now we have a very basic sword constructed in Autodesk Maya. The next step would be to just switch up some of the smoothing groups on this. You'll notice right now there's not really nice defined edges on the blade or anything, so what we do for that is we would go to our hotbox and then we'd go down to normals, and we would want to switch all of these edges to hardened edges. I just like to work from hardened edges to start off with because it gives you kind of clearer view of the geometry. And then we would go down here and we'd switch to our edges. Then we would go down to normals and soften edges for there. Click on these ones. Make sure not to get this last ring that connects them. We want that to be a hard edge there. Then go to normals. Soften the edges there, and voila. And so that's a basic low poly sword in Autodesk Maya. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can go much further from here, you know, you can make the sword blade go in all sorts of weird, crazy directions if you wanted to by adding edge loops. You can make it bigger, you can make it thicker, you can make it longer, anything that your heart really desires. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like it on YouTube and leave a comment telling me what you liked, what I can improve, more tutorial ideas, and subscribe if you like my videos and you'd like to see more. Thank you for watching again, and have a wonderful day.